or that just was missing for a couple of days.
I wouldn't even say that. Okay, for you said True Grit. True Grit was dead. Unless you were a movie,
no, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying.
You probably never seen True Grit.
And that's what I'm saying.
It was dead.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I gave. That's why I gave True Grit.
Spider-Man was a teenager when we seen it, and now he's just in his 30s.
Yeah,
he's still alive and kicking.
Yeah, but that's why I gave True Grit a pass. As I said, John Wayne is dead. True Grit is an old enough movie where people can say we can redo this, we can do this again. You know?
Yeah, and some of the new people won't even know that's a remake. That when you bring out a remake, have it at least so that some of the people won't even know.
Exactly.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that True Grit is a remake.
A lot of people don't know Scarface is a remake.
It's a remake of the original movie Scarface. A lot of people don't know that.
A lot of people don't know that.
And if you watch the original movie, they are nothing alike.
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing alike.
Exactly.
They
now,
just same name.
Yeah. Now the thing is, with like I said, you need to remake something that was dead, that did not have a pulse, and is probably something that you can look at and say, can we redo this? How can we redo this? And how can we reintroduce this? Because that's what a reboot is. It's a reintroduction to something that should have gotten the appreciation that it didn't, or that should have been this way but wasn't.
Or you just want to revitalize.
Yeah, but you cannot. I agree with what Jay Mason said. You cannot reboot a classic. Like, here are some of the movies that I don't think they can reboot. They cannot reboot The Godfather. They cannot reboot Casablanca.
Nope.
There's another movie, I can't think of it, but whatever the case may be.
You're bringing up movies that that can't be
reboot. Damn it.
Well,
Frankenstein. Can't reboot Frankenstein. They've tried, they failed. They can't reboot Wolfman. They've tried,
they failed.
Well, I think that could be a reboot if you get the right writers, the right directors, the right special effects. I would go see that.
No, I don't think there really is a way to bring that back. I don't think there is.
I don't know. I would go see it.
You know what?
They can't reboot Dracula. They've tried. They failed horribly. That's probably one of my top 10 most worst. Now, I love the backstory of that movie. Dracula 2000. That had one of the best backstories of telling the origin of Dracula.
Judas is scary. That was smart.
That was a great idea.
That was smart.
Like somebody expand on that. But other than that, that movie was garbage to me.
I wholeheartedly agree.
What y'all could put in the as in the non-rebootable category is like timeless films, and what I mean by that is the same thing with timeless music. Even though they people are still watching
with the wind.
Whatnot. You see
Yes,
what I'm saying? They still watch them.
Yes.
So why would you reboot it? Even though it's old, people still just sitting up there watching it right now. You know what I'm saying?
Here's another thing: the Ten Commandments, can't reboot that.
Nope.
That movie.
They tried it with Moses though.
Yeah. They can't do it. That movie is a classic. You can't reboot. Yul Brynner, can't beat it. Yul Brynner, Charlton Heston, can't beat it. They can't reboot the Dollars trilogy.
Nope.
Can't reboot that.
Can't reboot Pulp Fiction. I consider Pulp Fiction in classic.
Pulp Fiction was young, man.
In the 90s, you can't reboot that. Can't reboot Reservoir Dogs.
Quentin Tarantino would never let his movies get rebooted. And I'm going to be flat out honest. I hope he does not make a Kill Bill 3. That doesn't need to happen. That movie doesn't need to happen. I'm serious.
I don't know. I don't know. Quentin.
Ugo will kill somebody that sees the light of day.
He always surprises me, man.
I agree with you there, but I'm just saying the Kill Bill thing. No, it doesn't need to happen. I like that idea, but he needs to really do something else. Like in Inglourious Bastards, I'm gonna be honest. I lost faith in
Reboot too.
Not really. That was an homage. It had the same title, but they weren't the same movies at all. But I lost faith in Quentin Tarantino after Death Proof. Like, I saw that movie and I was like,
he didn't make Death Proof.
Yes, he did.
I thought he made the chick with the leg.
No, that was Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, you sure? I thought Robert Rodriguez made.
Trust me, I know my Quentin Tarantino. Dude is my idol. But Death Proof,
I love Death Proof.
Well, okay.
It was supposed to be a. It was supposed.
No. See, that's where people always get me on. Like, it's supposed to be a grind. No. I understand that, and I was all for it being a. But the problem is, it didn't have any of the Quentin Tarantino cleverness in it. Like, whenever I go seeing Quentin Tarantino, like, his movies are never straightforward. Like, that's the one thing I love about Quentin Tarantino movies, is they're never straightforward. Like, Pulp Fiction was a crime story, but it wasn't a straightforward crime story. Like, these are the bad guys, these are the good guys. No, sometimes the good guys were the bad guys, sometimes the bad guys were the good guys. You know, that sort of thing.
You see how many stories was in that one thing?
I love Quentin Tarantino movies because he's one of the few directors who pushes a story along with dialogue.
Yeah.
His movies have a lot of dialogue. And I like a lot of dialogue.
Now, here's my problem with
I love the opening scene. That's probably one of my favorite opening scenes when Samuel L. Jackson's sitting down and they go through that whole. That's probably one of my favorite scenes next to the Tuskegee Airmen, where he's sitting down in there and he was like, "Does it not fit us to be Americans?" That was probably my two favorite scenes in any movie.
Just because I want to massage a man's feet does not give the right to Marcellus Wise to put a nigga through a glass house.
Yeah. Hold on.
That wasn't the first opening scene.
It was right after that.
Yeah. Now here's the deal, though.
Oh no! The first opening scene where he was talking to Bruce Willis, and then after that it was to that point.
No, the opening scene was.
The opening scene is when they walked out of when they were getting robbed in a diner.
Either way.
Opening scene was when they
walked out.
The dude was talking to that little kid, which was supposed to be Bruce Willis.
What are you talking about?
The opening scene.
Pulp Fiction?
Hold on. The opening scene of Pulp Fiction was Tim Roth and what's her face, Arquette. No, they were in the diner.
They were in the diner and they were getting robbed.
Hold on. Then, after the credits, it was Samuel L. Jackson and John Travolta in the car
walking up to the thing because they were like, "Yeah, let's rob it." And he was like, "Let's rob it." Like, I love you, Funny Bunny. And then she hopped up and she's like, "Nobody moves," and it paused and it went to Samuel L. Jackson. And then when they was walking in there and they was talking about, Marcellus Wallace.
Exactly. But anyway,
no. Because before that, not Marcellus.
No, Uncle Miyn. That's how the movie started off.
Samuel L. Jackson.
They started off in a diner, two people in the thing, sitting down talking about money, and then he was like, "Oh, something. Let's rob this place." And he's like, "I love you, Honey Bunny." Then he pulled out.
That happened after Samuel L. Jackson.
That is the opening scene, Uncle Miyn.
Didn't that happen after Samuel L. Jackson and put that?
Chronologically, yes, but that was the opening scene of the movie.
I'm not talking about chronologically. I'm talking about the opening scene.
Was when the dude was talking to Bruce Willis.
No, that's not the opening scene, man.
You know what I'm talking about? The little kid that
man, that's not the opening scene.
That's not the opening scene. That don't happen until like midway through the movie.
That wasn't midway through the movie.
Yes, it was.
You talking about when Butch was introduced? And he's I saved this. I saved this watch, and your dad had it, and he had it in the. That's like the movie. That's not the opening scene. You skip the whole scene when they shoot the black dude in the back of the car.
He skipped 1,000 scenes.
A lot of scenes, dog.
You need to watch Pulp Fiction again.
You need to watch Pulp Fiction again.
I watched it.
No, you didn't.
You
didn't. If you think that was the beginning of the movie, no, you didn't.
What the hell happened?
You must have blacked out or some shit.
I told you, quit drinking them 40s, baby.
Damn.
But anyway, Death Proof was way too straightforward a Quentin Tarantino movie because it was like Kurt Russell was the bad guy and he was killing him, and it was like.
I love Death Proof.
Yeah, and I want a nigga in a bowl of rice.
It was so straightforward. Death Proof was just too straightforward, and it didn't feel like a Quentin Tarantino movie because a Quentin Tarantino movie. I went to see Kill Bill, and I was expecting, the anime fight. And I saw the trailers, but then when I actually saw the movie, I was like, oh, this is fly. Like, this is a hell of a lot cooler than I thought. When I went to see Inglourious Basterds, I was expecting a World War II movie. And what I got was, it was fucking awesome. Like, I'm walking out of that movie talking about the bear Jew, rolling up on a nigga with a baseball bat. Because it...
Don't tell me y'all still recording.
Yeah. But Death Proof was just way too straightforward for me to be a Quentin Tarantino movie. And that's
when I went to go see Dusk to Dawn, I'm like, this is great. And then halfway through the movie, halfway at the end, vampires hop out. And I'm like,
Dusk Till Dawn was just Dusk Till Dawn is just written by Quentin Tarantino, but I love Dusk Till Dawn because it's so
I
stupid.
ain't like the other one.
But that's the way that that's the way I just copped Dusk Till Dawn like 3 days ago on Blu-ray, and I was watching like the tutorials and stuff, and him talking, and he was like, I made it that way for a reason. He was like, I wanted y'all to get deep into the characters, so when stuff really happened to them, y'all felt for the characters. He's like, so when I introduced the vampires, you feeling the same thing that the characters felt.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Where did these come from?
Jamal, now let me tell you.
He did that geniusly, because I never thought of it like that.
Let me ask you, Jamal. Let me ask you. Now, in Dusk Till Dawn, you understood that George Clooney's character, Seth and Richie Gecko, they were the bad guys. But then the vampires showed up, they weren't the bad guys anymore.
They became the good guys, yo.
Exactly. Now, in Death Proof, Kurt Russell was always the bad guy.
Yes.
Now, in Kill Bill, Bill was the bad guy, yes, but at the end of the movie, he at least had her daughter and he was being nice to her and all that good stuff. Bill wasn't necessarily a bad guy, and he explained his reasons why he did what he did, because he felt like he got his heart broken. So at the same time, you understand where Bill is coming from. And at the end, Uma Thurman was still going to kill him, but she at least felt bad about it. The fact that she got her daughter back and all that. In Inglourious Bastards, well, hold on, in Pulp Fiction, we just seen Marcellus Wallace, threaten to kill Bruce Willis. But at the end, not at the end of the movie, but in their story, Marcellus and Bruce Willis are cool now. I mean, they have a shaky, they have a shaky truce, but they're cool now. Marcellus isn't the bad guy anymore because now we feel for him. In Pulp, Jackie Brown was Quentin Tarantino adapting a novel, so that doesn't count. But in Inglourious Bastards,
what about Reservoir Dogs?
Yeah, hold on. In Reservoir Dogs, Tim Roth's character is the bad guy in the midst of bad guys. Because get it, we're watching the movie from the bad guy's perspective, so they have to find the bad guy in the midst of their bad guys. Tim Roth's character is a good guy, but surrounded by a bunch of bad guys, making him the bad guy. In Inglourious Bastards, Colonel Landa was a Nazi, and at the beginning of the movie we just seen him kill Jews, but by the end of the movie we get in his mindset, we understand that he's a bad guy, but at the same time he knows how to play the fence, so he does something that's going to support the Allies. In Quentin Tarantino movies, it's never straightforward who the bad guy is and who the good guy is. Like, we get these people are the established good guys, and these people are the established bad guys. But by the end of the movie, all those lines blur, and with Death Proof, it was just Kurt Russell's the bad guy. And I just felt like it lacked the creativity and the cleverness that Quentin Tarantino usually has in his movies. That's all I'm saying.
You're right.
Because I love me some Tarantino. Let me stop this recording.